An Oregon congressman is pushing for an historic change. Portland Democrat Earl Blumenauer says it's time for the feds to legalize marijuana and make some money off it at the same time. News Channel 8's Tim Gordon is live in downtown Portland with the legislation Blumenauer introduced today. Tim?
Well, Joe, Blumenauer is co-sponsor of two bills that would legalize pot at the federal level, and he predicts it will be legal one way or the other in the next 10 to 15 years.
Studies show that a majority of Americans now agree that marijuana should be legalized.
Congressman Earl Blumenauer took the podium on the House floor to take on what he calls an outdated federal prohibition on marijuana.
I would invite my colleagues to join this effort in developing a marijuana policy that makes sense for America today.
The congressman says he has long been concerned with marijuana being grouped in with other hard drugs by the federal government. Blumenauer's legislation would remove pot from the Controlled Substances Act and have it regulated and taxed, much like alcohol and tobacco.
I mean, there's an effect on the human brain.
Tom Parker is with Lines for Life. Part of its mission is to prevent substance abuse. The congressman's plan concerns him.
We get a tax for alcohol, we get a tax for cigarettes, and it doesn't begin to offset by a tenth of what it costs society in terms of health risks and other problems.
We found somewhat mixed reviews on legalizing pot in John's Landing today.
Part of me says, we've criminalized a big part of the public for not much of a good reason, but at the same time, I just wonder what it's going to do to young kids.
I don't agree with it. I am totally against it because people out there driving and they might as well be driving drunk.
I just wish he'd work on things that actually make a difference.
Blumenauer points to increasing acceptance by states, most recently legalized recreational use in Colorado and Washington, as what he expects to happen across the country.
It is time that the federal government revisit its policies.
And to that end, part of Blumenauer's legislation would make the federal government not impose its current laws on states that have loosened them. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Tim. Well, if you pulled into a gas station today, you know prices at the pump are going up, way up.